that John Dewey is talking about.
Inquiry-based.
Yeah.
Oh, I look great. Yes. So today is the 21st of January, and we're doing a wonderlog in class. And I seem to do this every time I do that. Mine, I'm gonna look at, you know, what is the structural difference between, you know, fresh wood and dried wood, and you know, what makes effective cutting of wood, because it's all about the cutting, because we're doing construction materials, like why is wood a good construction material. So I plan to sort of video some of the, you know, ways wood is cut and get some books and understand that a little bit better.
Cool. That's something that you can actually
physically do.
Scientific too, because the components that are in a tree when it's alive and when it's not alive, it's different, I think.
It's drying. It's what happens to the cell structure, because when, you know, they shrink, they lose the water, but the cell structure is still there.
So what are you going to do in this week?
Well, this week what I wanted to do tomorrow is to get some twigs and just see about, okay, here's twigs, because I can't use logs. Logs don't bend like that. But just sort of say, okay, here's okay, relatively the same size dried as opposed to dried and wet, like just off the tree, and just showing how they bend. And what happens if what happens when we test it to its full extent? We get a splinter from the dried, but we get a very sort of just stretch and then pull away of the wet. When I was a kid, I tried to cut down a little kid. I wanted to go out and chop down a tree, so I found a sapling. You know how hard it is to cut down a sapling?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's just like a branch. Yeah. You cannot cut it down. I spent an hour out there. My dad came home and he's like, you might want to use a saw. I want to use an axe. It's just not, because it doesn't do it.
What I just thought about, just probably really random off task. I was just thinking about the earthquake and how things crack, right, with an earthquake. Well, wouldn't that be cool if they had buildings that were made out of wood that was always wet?
And then nothing would crack, the whole thing would just pull?
It would just like shift, right?
Yes. Right. Well, I could look into that.
Why not?
Create an earthquake with a wet tree structure